I know it's been a long time and it's been a long road, but this deserves to be one of the best things to come out of our school. And I think it will be in the end, no matter what it looks like or what it is. I think our project is probably the most meaningful thing that this school has ever seen and will ever see. I hope that we do see Evan's script and his vision in the end point, and that we make his family proud. You're making me feel like you're just like putting me on the spot, like everyone's gonna be staring at me when I go.
Yeah, a little bit on me.
How you doing?
I'm Anthony.
I'm Mike. Mike. Hey, Nick.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
It's alright, how are you?
But as you can see, Evan and I just built this desk right before Christmas.
He designed it.
It was supposed to have movie covers all, and we were gonna varnish over the top of them.
Yeah.
But he just wasn't up to doing all that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And these are just some of his posters.
There's stacks and stacks of them in here. But you knew
His,
the ones
his
he had in his
girlfriend
room.
worked for the theater,
There's just
so she would get
stacks.
like this. This is the actual from the movie theater where you put shine light through it and you see through
I can
it.
show you camera too. I'll like to take some close-ups. Yeah, okay. Just make sure you remember where that is.
And then these are just
The-
his movies.
Oh, just hey, wow. Just take it.
He's got them here, here. He's got them there.
Was one class where somebody was just like, yeah, I got a good collection of movies, like 60 movies now, and just kind of laughed.
They had counted at one time.
It's close to 300. And we got so when Batman comes out, I'm gonna have to get that, and when Sherlock Holmes comes out, I have to get the second.
They're alphabetical order in here, and then whatever else he
Yeah,
liked.
when we were buying this house, he insisted he was gonna paint his room orange, and I just looked at it. So I had to take that car to Lowe's and match
Really?
that color. He says this is the exact color I want.
So was orange his favorite color?
Yeah.
Wait, I think he was wearing
We don't know why.
an orange, one of the orange like
Sweatshirt.
yeah, like a sweatshirt or jacket or something like that.
Yeah.
When we had to go to the Apple store.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah, because I brought that home. I brought that home.
that? Just seeing all this makes me really, especially this, makes me really like wonder how he would like direct this.
I think that me and Anthony and Justin all felt, it was our duty to go see it and to, kind of touch him one last time and to, let him know that, we're there. Even if, you're not, we're still here, and we're going to do this for you, and that we're going to be able to make your dream come true still.
Being the director of it, I'm kind of trying to be in his shoes. And going and seeing the gravesite, it just, it was a little difficult, but it was good because, once again, it was one of the final things we did, but it was more of a challenge for us, and overcoming that challenge and seeing what the truth really is was good, but also hard. So I don't know where to take the question from here.
Indiegogo is a fundraising website where you can post ideas, whether it's a song, a book, a video, film, website, anything along those lines, and people can pledge money to get your project or your idea off the ground. We posted, I believe it was 2 videos. One was done by me and one was done by Nick to kind of promote our cause and what we were hoping to achieve. And I think we had a goal of $5,000. I think we went over by a couple $100. We got a couple $100 more than our goal was.
Throughout the auditions, there were a couple of standouts, but the one that stood out the most was Andrew, who ended up playing Jack in the film. He was in a script that required 0 dialogue for our lead character. He needed a lot of facial expressions and body language. He needed to be a very good face actor, and that's exactly what he was. He was very theatrical, and that's exactly what we needed, and he was really great.
You see, this gift allows me to make people see whatever I want them to.
One of the other actors who stood out for both myself and Anthony was Jeanette, who ended up playing the lady in red for Mind Over Matter. She came in with a very good monologue, and it was perfect for the character that she ended up playing in the film. So she was an obvious choice for us. She was exactly what we were looking for and absolutely the right choice.
I had just freshly come back from Canada, and like days before we had a production meeting, and basically I think 48 hours later we were on set filming.
I mean, our crew was 40 people or 30 people, and we had a cast of about 30 people. So I mean, just the sheer size of the production on production day was more massive than any of us had ever done.
The script was still in its first draft mode, so it was hard to really change the things that might have needed to change, like the amount of people. There was a big crowd, and these bunch of gangsters come up with their weapons and everything, and they're like freaking them out. I've never done that before. I've never controlled that many people.
Dan, as mentioned before, really kept us on track. Again, that was kind of a little intimidating too, never having to really, at that point I don't even think I had dealt with an AD. I didn't even know what an AD did really. So when he came in to the production meeting that we had a couple days before the shoot, I kind of just realized how stuff was going to go down. And yeah, I was not ready for that on set. It kind of took me a little bit to get adjusted to it, but overall having Dan on and Megan Donnelly, who was awesome with it, she was there for everything I needed. Any questions or anything, even suggestions, she did. Like, it was just amazing to have her.
I think one of the funniest things I caught, one of the best things, is it was Jeff Wisniewski, and he's standing there, and I go, "So Jeff, what's going on?" And he goes,
"You know, no rain, so that's pretty good. And I think it's going to be a really good day."
And then about 2 hours later, it's downpouring, and we're all huddled under this big umbrella, and I've got my camera, and Jeff's standing out in the rain, and I go, "So, Jeff, what was the weather report again?" He goes,
"So, remember how I told you it wasn't going to rain, Anthony? Well,
I'm going back.
I lied."
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So when it started to rain, we had to run everyone across the street over underneath this building. So to keep them wet, even though the ground is visibly wet in the film, if you notice, but it was such a hassle. But we had to do it. So the rain would stop, and then we'd be like, "Okay, let's get the shot. Hurry, let's go." We'd have everyone come back over. We do the whole thing all over again. We were doing walkthroughs with Keith and Andrew, and I was like holding the umbrella while watching the screen and following him.
Also, just the lack of time we had was probably the biggest issue. Having to shoot everything in one day, multiple locations. We had to go from Federal Plaza to back to the Burnham Center, and then off to the offices where we had to shoot that. But what was kind of throwing us off is that it was starting to get pretty dark out, and we still had a significant amount of shots to go through.
But I mean, we solved it. We had to jumble around, and we did get the shots, which thankfully we didn't have to just completely end the day and shoot another day, because that pretty much would have been, I mean, at the time, to me, that would have been out of the question. Now, looking back on it, I don't understand why we couldn't have possibly done another day. It might have been for expenses. It might have been getting our crew back, keeping the gear. We had borrowed a camera from Fletcher. I mean, we had all of this charity that we probably wouldn't have been able to utilize for another day.
The wrap of the day, we went to Y&R and we made it look like an office, and it's just, it looks dark outside because it was dark outside, but we're tinting it as if the windows were tinted. And then Keith Riley, I look at him and I say, "Oh yeah, we're about to wrap, you know that, right?" And he just looks at me and smiles, and I go, "You're gonna let me call this one, right?" And he said yeah, and he lied. He lied big time.
Woo! I'll go first time.
I will keep it. I will definitely keep this.
This was just a really great experience, and I'm just happy that we were able to accomplish this for Evan, let alone for us wanting to do this project. This is, at the end of the day, was really for Evan, and that's something that I will take with me forever.
Every time I get frustrated and just feel like, you know, this film just needs to be done, or, you know, frustrated with people and just things like that, I just have to stop, take a breath, and then, you know, think about why we're doing this. And I think about Evan, and I think about Evan's family, and I think about how much they deserve to see the film and how much they need the film. And then that sort of like re-energizes me a little bit.
My name's Jacob Booker. I'm cousins with Evan Graville, the guy that wrote the script. And we always had this thing when we were younger, because I play guitar, that he was going to direct these movies and I was going to write the music for it and mix it together and just have a great time with it. And unfortunately, we never had a chance to do that. So, as, you know, a tribute to Evan, I wanted to be here, watch the film done. I wanted to be a part of it. So, this is for you, Evan. You know, we love you and we miss you. And hopefully you're writing films up in heaven.
I bet Evan's smiling down from heaven right now and looking at us filming his movie.
I just wanted to say that I've had a really good time watching how all this production stuff goes, and I'm just so glad that I've got to be a part of my nephew's filmmaking process. It's really incredible. The cast is super. I've just totally enjoyed it. It's just been great.
It's true.
When I was 13, I realized I had this gift.